This is a stimulus update and daily news report. The House just officially passed a $760 billion infrastructure bill to get the ball rolling on the bipartisan infrastructure package. I'll let you know what this means moving forward. And there's a new stimulus benefit as of July 1st to give free health insurance until the end of the year. We'll talk monthly stimulus checks and I'll give you some other important updates along the way. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. If you appreciate these fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below. So experts push the FDA to fully authorize Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 vaccines. So at the moment, the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are emergency authorized only for emergency use only because of what's happening. But because of the Delta variant, experts are saying they want it to be fully authorized because they think that this will help out with the vaccine hesitancy. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. If you weren't planning on getting vaccinated, if the vaccines were fully authorized, not for just emergency use, would you be willing to take the vaccine then? Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. That's their plan anyway. Next, let's talk about this. This came out of nowhere. The House passes $760 billion transportation and water bill, making its pitch on infrastructure. So there was no lead up to this. I feel like it just came out of nowhere to have this vote as of yesterday. I'll let you know what the Republicans' response to this and give you some more details. Here's a video clip explaining more about it.
The House has passed a bill to rebuild the nation's roads, bridges, and highways that Democrats hope will become the core of any bipartisan infrastructure package. The final vote tally was 221 to 201. Democrats unanimously supported it, but only 2 Republicans voted for it. Now, that is partly because House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has already said that further movement on this bill will be on hold until the Senate not only fleshes out its own version of an infrastructure package, but also puts together a reconciliation bill focused on the quote-unquote human capital. Still, the details of this House bill, $715 billion total, major investments in transit and drinking water and wastewater, that could serve as a template for bipartisan legislation. Again, that bill has now passed the House 221 to 201.
This House bill is supposed to be the framework for the bipartisan package. This isn't for the reconciliation bill, it's just physical infrastructure. To give you an idea of what's in it so far, $343 billion for roads, bridges, safety programs, $109 billion for transit, $117 billion for drinking water. I'm not going to go over all the numbers just because I don't think this bill is going anywhere. I'll explain why and give you some timeline in a moment. But first, how do the Republicans respond to this? So Garrett Graves from Louisiana said, "So do I like the page of the bill that has a few $1 million in projects for our people? Yes, absolutely. But are there 1,400 pages that I think are awful? Yeah, absolutely. I think the bill is really just a wholesale failure." Now, what does this bill actually mean? Because this isn't the framework of the actual big bipartisan infrastructure package. This is just the Democrats passing their own thing. It only has 2 Republicans for support. It was a 221 to 202 vote, or 201 vote. Basically, if you look at the chart here, so what the congressional calendar is in terms of vacation, we know how much Congress members love their vacation. So this was passed on July 1st, which was yesterday, the last day that the House was in session. The House is in blue, the Senate is in red. If it's purple, that means the House and Senate are in session. So if we look at this, it's kind of strange. So this is the last day before they're in session. They're officially on vacation now. Both House and Senate are on vacation the following week, and the Senate will come back on the 12th. So that means that July 1st was the last official day that the House could actually vote on something, do something, kind of have an illusion to say that they're doing work, they're doing something for the American people. But in actuality, if we look at this chart right here, the House is going to be on vacation until the 19th. The Senate is officially on vacation as of last week, the 25th, June 25th, until the 12th of July. So they're taking all these vacations. Keep in mind, I know I mentioned this a lot, but they're making $174,000 a year from our tax dollars, and they're taking all these vacations. Now, if you don't know that they're on vacation, you may not even realize it because they're still going to make their TV appearances, probably from their home offices. They may go to a news station to be, have an interview. So you won't even know that they're on vacation unless you see this calendar right here. And you're going to wonder, why isn't anything happening for the next 2 weeks? Well, nothing can officially be passed until the 19th. The Senate and the House has to vote on it. This bill right here wasn't the bipartisan agreement. Therefore, it's probably just going to be buried, it's the framework. It's not like they're going to use this to actually have the Republicans go on board. I think it was just a way to go on vacation and say that they actually did something before going on vacation, just to tell the American people, hey, we passed this infrastructure bill, but I don't think it's going anywhere. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Next up is a video clip from Katie Porter talking about the next steps with the infrastructure package.
Working backwards from what I just reported, what can you tell us about that meeting with Speaker Pelosi?
Well, I think she made clear that we are wholly committed to passing this infrastructure bill, that we are glad that Republicans are stepping up and committing to delivering for the American people on infrastructure, and that we understand that part of Building Back Better is doing that infrastructure work. But Building Back Better also means making sure that no American is left behind in our economy. So we are going to have to use the reconciliation process to address some of our other economic needs, including things like universal child care, expanding Medicare. There are other paid family leave. This plan fundamentally that President Biden has put forward is about work and workers. And those things go together like a hand in a glove. And so we have to do both of them. And that is our plan, to move them both forward.
It sounds like the bipartisan infrastructure bill is likely to move first, basically pass the Senate first. And it sounds like what we're hearing through the Hill and so forth is that Speaker Pelosi is saying when the Senate passes that bipartisan bill, she will just hold it, which she can do, just hold it in the House for months before bringing it up for a vote. And she will bring it up for a vote around the time that the other bill, the reconciliation bill, is also ready for a vote. Is that what's going to happen here?
Yes, and as you know, Lawrence, sometimes the House goes first, sometimes the Senate goes first. Mm-hmm. And so what we're talking about doing here is really trying to deliver on what the American people said they wanted when they elected President Biden, which is a strong economy, a globally competitive workforce. And so that means not only investing in infrastructure, everything from roads and transportation to climate resilience, but also investing in the people who do the important work of America. Making sure we're investing in health care, making sure that we're investing in child care, making sure that we're doing that. And so the plan here is to champion this infrastructure bill, to be grateful that it's a bipartisan bill. We hope and encourage Republicans to support the rest of President Biden's agenda.
Katie Porter mentioned that there's an underserved population, which is why the reconciliation bill is going to take care of them. But I have to point out that there is a bigger population on Social Security, elder community, as well as disabled, that don't have kids, that don't have families, that are not going to benefit from all these stimulus programs, and unfortunately are completely left out. There's no $200 increase for Social Security in the reconciliation bill, at least that we know of. There's no stimulus checks going out to that population. So I think that part of our population, especially on Social Security, especially retirees, they need help as well. Moving on, there is a new stimulus benefit that offers free health insurance through the end of this year. So this just became official as of July 1st. So what it says here is that the benefits zero premium healthcare plans just became available as of July 1st, and there are no income limits to qualify, but you must meet one big eligibility requirement. So it says here, if you've gotten or have been approved for unemployment benefits during 2021, you qualify to receive free health coverage for the remainder of the year via healthcare.gov. That's the marketplace established under the Affordable Care Act. So if we go to healthcare.gov, this is it right here. This is the website. You could find out more information. It says here that you would have to apply before August 15th. So I'll definitely give you some updates along the way, reminders to make sure you apply for this. Also, tell someone else too. If you know anyone who's been on unemployment, share this video, share this website with them, healthcare.gov. This way they could get health insurance throughout the end of 2021. Next, let's talk about what's going on with a fourth stimulus check. Are we getting one? Are we not getting one? So President Biden is open to a fourth stimulus check apparently, and he is happy to hear a range of ideas on economy, including more checks. But also the White House says that possible payments are up to Congress. It's not up to the president. As many times as people are asking President Biden for a fourth stimulus check, he's open to hear it, but he's not the one to give a fourth stimulus check or have the power to do so. It's only up to Congress. And what has Congress been doing so far regarding a fourth stimulus check? They've been writing letters, they've been trying to get a fourth stimulus check, but I don't think that's enough. So there's been 28 lawmakers who want to make stimulus checks recurring in Biden's infrastructure plan. They're writing letters to the president, they're signing these letters, but that still is not enough to get a fourth stimulus check. It needs to be part of the bill, part of the reconciliation bill. It's not going to be in the physical infrastructure, it'll be in the American Families Plan. If it is part of the bill and it's voted on through with all Democrats, then it'll pass right through because they don't need any Republican support to have the reconciliation bill, American Families Plan, to go right through. So the only way it's going to happen is if the fourth stimulus check is in the American Families Plan. We still don't know the details of the bipartisan infrastructure package or the reconciliation American Families Plan yet. As soon as we find out more, I'll let you know. As I mentioned, politicians are on vacation right now, so we don't know what's going to happen with that, if they're actually even going to work on it. It's really shameful how much time they take off, though. Next, Bernie Sanders tweeted this: if you're a working class parent of 2 kids under the age of 6, in just 2 weeks' time, you're going to start getting monthly payments of $600 to help with the cost of raising your kids. That is no small thing that the government is delivering for working people. So this is the child tax credit. It's officially starting July 15th. If you filed your taxes in 2019 or 2020 or both, you don't have to take any action. Right now, you could go to the IRS website and give them your direct deposit information through the portal, or you could opt out, or actually not opt out, but unenroll. So there's difference between opting out and unenrolling. The opt-out date deadline was June 28th. That's if you want to get the child tax credit in a one lump sum in 2022. But if you unenroll, if you think you're not eligible for it, you could unenroll. This way you don't get all this money, and then if you find out later that you don't qualify, you'd have to give it back. So that's what's going on with the child tax credit. Going to start monthly checks July 15th until the end of the year. Also, the IRS is swamped with 35 million unprocessed tax returns, meaning people will have to wait longer for refunds. This just came out a couple days ago. I'm actually really surprised it's still 35 million unprocessed tax returns, and the IRS has offered no time frame on how long it will take to sort through the 35 million unprocessed returns. Really funny how when people owe the IRS money, the IRS is really serious and gives jail time, but when the IRS owes people money, they kind of take their time. 35 million, that's a lot of people's tax returns that are waiting for it. Next, the IRS answered only 3% of calls on Hotline during the past tax filing season, according to a report. So the IRS only answered 3% of the 85 million calls to its toll-free number, and there's been 1,500 calls per second on various lines to the IRS. A lot of people want to talk to the IRS to see what's going on with their tax return, what was happening with their stimulus check. One phone assistant said, "In my view, phone assistance is not merely an option or luxury. The ability to talk with an IRS employee by phone to facilitate tax compliance is a fundamental right and a cornerstone of good tax administration." Let me know if you agree with this down in the comments below. Should the IRS have more manpower so they could answer phones and help people out with tax returns, figure out where their stimulus checks are, what's going on with their child tax credit? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. That is all the stimulus news I have for you today. To hopefully brighten your day a bit, here is my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Belle. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you the one thing you should do. Remember when you were a kid, you always used your imagination in your mind. That's why it's called imagination. Imagining what you're thinking about. And remember that when you were a kid, you use your imagination for like anything, like movies. You watch the movies. You imaginate yourself with it. You may sometimes when you're watching cool movies, use your imagination to do the same thing if you want.
So yesterday was my daughter Kaleas' 3rd birthday. We didn't have a party, but we gave her as much attention as possible. So we let her eat out as much as she wants. She loves pancakes. And we went to a park, or kind of like a little lake area, where we did a paddle boat thing. So she got to go in the paddle boat. She was feeding the fishes and the turtles. That was really cool. We went to the movie theater. We got to see Boss Baby. She really liked that. She loves Boss Baby. And then also we went out to eat again. So it was a really fun-filled day. Gave her as much attention as she wanted. She was loving it. She was really happy. We said happy birthday to her probably every hour on the hour, and she loved it. So it was a great day. Anyways, if you want to check out any of my other stimulus updates, you could click this link down over here, or click this link up here for my other channels, or I have 2 different channels besides this one. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.